Hi guys, how's it going this evening? So it's about 9 o'clock. Just got done doing a couple things. We've had around the storms last night. Of course, kept us up a good chunk of the night. And then we had more in the morning. And then kind of lasted for quite a few hours. Each go around there of the storms. So probably didn't get too much damn sleep tonight. I don't know. So I don't feel like I did anyway, but here comes a deer. So yeah, we got about an inch of rain. I guess we kind of needed it really because things are, the grass could use it, I guess, for the pastures. But what are you gonna do? So looks like the basement didn't take too much of a beating this time, but I don't know. The pump's still coming on about every 10 minutes or so. So I don't know. But they're not talking any rain now for a while. If anything, we're supposed to get a little bit of a heat spell going on. So things are going to get a little toasty for us. So, but that's all right because we need to dry out anyway. So again. So whatever. But yeah, I know I did a update video there on the farm wall and saying that we could probably get her back up and running within probably maybe a month or so or something, just depending on how quick I can get parts here. Well, he can throw that out the fucking window. Just because one of those studs for the head, well, I kind of bent it, so I was going to straighten her back out, and it snapped off, clean off. So I have no clue how I'm going to get that out because I don't think my easy outs are big enough for that. And I need some left-handed drill bits, I think, in order to even drill a hole into it. So I don't know, because I have to remove it. I got to get the broken piece out of the head, and then that's going to be fucking torqued to 1,000,000 foot-pounds. So I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I guess all I can do is because I have other projects I gotta get done. So I gotta get the CB put on Big Red. They're gonna send me the correct stud, supposedly. I don't know if they're gonna send me the whole mount too or just a stud. So whenever that gets here, I can put the coax in and get the wire ran and do all that sorts of stuff, and then order a radio, I guess, and get Big Red completed. 1586 and Big Red would be done, and then the house is already done because I got that 102-inch whip on top of the roof there. That seems to be doing all right. I checked the SWRs on that, and it seemed all right. So it wasn't perfect, but it's good enough for our needs. So, but I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. And if it didn't snap, well, then it probably would, the threads are probably messed up enough that you would have to probably get a tool to re-thread it, and I don't have that. So I was hoping, because usually sometimes I'll get away with just, if you clean it up really well, get all the dirt and stuff out of the threads, and if you take a nut and you drive a nut on there and just slowly work it back and forth. I've had it where I've brought in bolts stuff back around, from just doing that. It's probably not the ideal thing to do, but what are you gonna do? And I don't know if I can run that tractor with one stud missing. I don't know if that's going to be a very good choice. I might screw things up all the fucking more. So that pretty much puts it to where I got to order studs, which you can't just order one. You got to get a complete set, which I don't need a complete set of, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to have some spares floating around. And then the fucking gasket shit, well, supposedly the ones I found for this tractor are about $75. And that's not including any shipping and handling that I know of as of yet. But since now I have to order other tools to get the broken stud out, you know, that's just going to cost me even more money. So, fuck it. That's going to be a full-time problem. Because I have to get... I still got to save up money for Big Red. To get that thing fixed. So I can't really spend a whole hell of a lot of money there. And then... I got to put my radio in. So, and I can get a fairly good used one or whatever on eBay for less than $100. I think they're like $50, I guess, depending on what they want. It just kind of depends on the radio and stuff. But I'm going to try to go for another one, like what was originally on there, but it's in the 1586 now. So I'm just going to go get another twin one to that, and then that's good enough. So, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to break that stinking stud off. I don't know what else to fucking do. Because it probably would have snapped off. I was straightening it, and then it felt kind of loose. I was like, well, it's probably going to snap. So I figured, well, what more do I have to lose? So I figured, I'll put some vice grips on it. Maybe I could, put enough grip on it that maybe I could, get it to unthread. No, it just sheared right off. So it's going to have to get drilled out, and then I think stick an easy out in it or something and try to drive it out by hand. I'll have better luck with my hands than I will, using a drill or something. So, but yeah, it pisses me off. But what are you going to do? This tractor's so fucking old that it's going to have issues up the ass. Just like the 1586, it's got issues up the ass. And that's going to cost thousands to even get repaired. Probably never going to happen. So, I don't know. I can only take on so many stinking projects in 1 year. So, I got to get Big Red fixed because he's priority. And get the radios installed. And I don't know, the Tahoe, we'll do that. It doesn't need a radio in it right now anyway, but, Big Red definitely needs one. So, yeah. But what are you going to do? Shit breaks, and you got to fucking figure out a way to get it out now. So, and that's not even the original engine that's in the tractor anyway. So, but I'm not going to cough up, a couple $1,000s to go find a remand engine, all just because of a freaking stupid stud that decided to fuck off. But, I could have been a little more careful too, I guess, watch what I was doing, but that was the only way I could do it, was with a sledgehammer and so. But that's how it is with me. I have bad luck, so things break more often than I can fix them. So I got so many things wrong, broken, wore out that need to be replaced, but I don't have the money for it, So I got to pick my battles. So fuck the little tractor. It can just sit for a while until I order some left-handed drill bits, and then probably get a bigger easy out. Because they did have bigger ones. I don't know how big of one I'm going to need, but I know I'm going to probably need a fairly big one. So I don't know. It's definitely irritating, to you think you're getting ahead, but then you just kind of get, kicked in the nuts too, and it just brings me down to the point where I just don't fucking care anymore. I don't even want to deal with it. It's next year's, freaking problem. So, but then I also would like to use the stinking tractor too. So, but that's pretty much not going to happen. So, because now I got a broken stud and it's broken clean off with the block. But I had another one that came out, but that was because the nut was so seized on that it actually broke the whole connection, So I was able to take the whole stud out, which, whatever. Probably wouldn't hurt to just fucking rip all the studs out and put brand new studs in it and say, call it a fucking day. I mean, if you got to order a complete kit, a set of them, you might as well just rip them all out then and put new ones in. So, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? So there's not much you can do. I guess besides just fucking bitch about it and complain, but no, she's not gonna get fixed now. It's too much is going wrong, and I got too much other stuff going on, so it can just wait. It can be it can either be a fall-time problem or it could be a next year's problem. Then I'll just take all the engine parts, throw them underneath the tractor, and pray that the tarp holds out. I know that tarp's getting kind of wore out now too. That's a very expensive freaking tarp, and the seat that it has already has, brakes in it already. It's kind of freaking irritating. But then I noticed too that Northern Tool is no longer selling that tarp. So it obviously tells you right there that that thing's a piece of shit. So, but fucking hell, I mean, are there any freaking tarps out there that will last more than a year? It hasn't even been quite a year yet. And the tarp's already taking a shit, and that's an expensive fucking tarp too. So, well, what more can you freaking do, So, everything's just going to hell, so what do you do? I guess bitching and complaining is all you can do, but even that gets tiring too. So it's just like some things are not meant to be. So, but all I'm trying to do is have some fun and try to bring a tractor back to life, and it has to piss me off some way, So, but whatever. I figured it was going to happen, just because nothing can ever go my way. It's always, fuck you, So, whatever. I guess I find a way to remove a broken stud, which I figured left-handed drill it out a little bit, put an easy out in it, biggest one I could find, and hopefully I can back it out, soak it in some WD-40 or PB Blaster, and drive it out. Hopefully I can take it out by hand, I guess, or something. I don't know. If not, then either the tractor can run without it, or probably won't, because it'll probably leak a little bit of oil there then. Or it might just cause more freaking problems, or it might just grenade the engine completely. I don't know, but a lot of not finding it out the hard way. So, there's got to be a way to remove a broken stud. So, and how does anybody else rebuild engines when they have that same problem? You obviously got to drill a hole in it and put something in it like an easy out or whatever the hell it is, and drive them back out. So, I guess I'll just soak it in PB Blaster, WD-40, and I'll torch the freaking piss out of it and get it nice and cherry red hot and see if it comes out, I guess, sometime either this fall or next year then. Because if things ain't going to play nice, then I'm just going to go move on to other stuff then. I got to get other projects done. So, it's frustrating. So, well, what are you going to do? Shit happens, I guess, but it happens quite a bit over here. So for me anyway, I can never actually finish a stinking project, because either you get bitch slapped by another problem that you have to try to take care of, or you don't fix it. So when there's not enough of that green paper to go around, then you gotta just say fuck it, and you just work on one project at a time, and hope that it takes care of the problem. See, the thing is, too, is, Big Red, every year he keeps breaking down. It's always something. So, that's telling me, park the damn thing, use it not as much, just put the sprayer on him and leave it on there, and go get me another four-wheeler that'll last me close to another 10 years with very little problems. And then when that one starts to have issues, then sell it, let somebody else fucking deal with it, and go get yourself another brand new one. I should be doing that with my lawnmower too. Maybe I should go buy a brand new lawnmower, because I know I'm going to have breakdowns after a while with it. So, but I think if I'm going to buy another lawnmower, it's probably going to be a 1025R or something a little bit bigger, so I can put like a loader on it, and something four-wheel drive and diesel and whatever else. So, Might as well upgrade to something a little bit bigger and better. So, cause that's how it is for us. It's, you know, the way I'm seeing it, it's about every 5 to 10 years. It's time to replace your stuff. You know, that's just so I don't have to keep dumping money into something all the time. Yeah, I'm putting 15 grand into a brand new 4-wheeler, you know, but then it's only a one-time thing. Whereas with Big Red, I'm putting money into it literally every year, and that can cost up to $1,500. Just to do these damn ball joints, you're talking close to $500, and they don't even know yet. It all depends on how much they have to fight with them, and how long it takes them to do it. You know, so I mean, at some point you just have to say enough is enough and move on, you know, and go get something else. So, but I don't know, because I can't keep dumping money into everything, and my house needs work too. Of course, there's, you know, there's nobody around here that does roofing, because I'm not that I have the money for it now, you know. So right now I'm not even going to worry about the damn tractor. It's just I don't really have the, I mean, I don't have the, I got time for it, but I don't have the money for it, you know, because I got to get Big Red going here. I got to get this project figured out. And then I'm sure something else will break either in the wintertime sometime or, you know, next year. It's always when I need him, too. He always has to freaking break down when I need him. Now, I've still been driving him the way he is. Honestly, I think it's been like that for a good couple of years. I just never noticed it, because I'm pretty sure that, I mean, they're both cocked. But that's why I kind of just figured maybe it was an alignment issue, or, you know, maybe, I don't know. I figured there was something going on there, but I just didn't really look it over all that well. But then I noticed that this tire was getting so freaking cocked out. Sure enough, I got a ball joint out. But you know, that one's probably going to head out next too. So if you're going to do them, you might as well do all four. Then you don't have to worry about them for another, you know, so many thousands of miles. But I don't know, it might be easier for me to just replace them every so many years instead of even just attempting to fix them, especially if it gets to become, you know, a big problem, you know. So, but I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens. But as of right now, I'm very irritated and pissed off. But I kind of knew it was going to happen anyway. The stud was going to snap off. But, you know, I figured, well, what more can I do? So, can't leave it, because you could feel it was getting kind of soft, you know. I was being gentle with it, trying to slowly bend it back over, you know, because it was kind of bent out a little bit. You're not going to be able to put the head back on if you got a bent, you know, stud. So very gently tapped it back over, and then all of a sudden it just went from like this to this, and it was, you know, just it was taking less force to move it. So I figured, well, before it snaps off, maybe I could put some vice grips on it and maybe try to drive it out, twist it back out, snapped it immediately. So I was like, well, now what? You know, the only options now are is to drill it out with some drill bits and use an easy out and see if I can drive it out. That's all I can do. If I can get the stud out with any problems, okay, not going to be the end of the world then. I can go order some fucking studs. Not a big deal. But if it's going to be a goddamn fight to the bitter end, which it will be, because even just getting this goddamn engine to turn over was a freaking nightmare. I've had to take so much of this tractor apart to do what I had to do, and then just to get butt fucked by a stinking stud. You know, I don't even know what the hell studs even cost. But, because I wasn't looking at any damn studs. So now I got to put studs on my stinking list. Should I just do an engine rebuild or just get a brand new engine for it and call it done? Like, how much of this work do I have to do before I can just put the freaking, turn the power on, push the damn button to start it, and put some hours on it, you know? It's like, when? When do I get to drive it? Do I ever get to drive it? Like, seriously. So, I don't know. You know, I was getting all kind of excited too. You know, I was kind of thinking, oh, well, you know, if things go all right, if I can put the right gaskets back on, put the engine back together, I'll put some tires on the front, put some oil in it, you know, and then we could at least run it. Oh, fucking ain't even going to probably be running this year now. I don't even know. You know, nobody around here I know of sells left-handed drill bits. I think that's what you need in order to use a stinking Easy Out. So I have a couple of Easy Outs, but they're the smaller ones that you can get. There's bigger ones, obviously, but I was going to get them as time went on. But there was a complete kit or a set of Easy Outs, but they're like $40. You know, it's like, do I spend freaking $40 on Easy Outs? Yeah, I probably should have, but I was kind of on a budget too at the time, so I kind of just got what I could get. You know, and it don't hurt to have extras anyway, because you can imagine with time they'll probably break off too, and then you're going to be screaming bloody murder at them too. And I got a lot of tools that are wore out too. I need to start replacing them too. So, but I don't know. It's I don't know. It's definitely irritating. But grain truck's kind of always been a fight too, you know. Of course, the engine, you know, that broke free pretty easily on its own. And then the only problem I'm having with the grain truck is I can't find the fill for the transmission. I got a feeling it's probably either behind that pump, which I don't know, you know. I don't know if I even want to fucking remove the pump, because what if I snap a freaking bolt then? You know, then I get to get more butt fucked, you know? It's like, I mean, there's got to be a better way to fill those damn transmissions. I know somebody said just to take the freaking shifter off. Yeah, okay, yeah, I break something there and I get, you know, fucked too. And it's like, then you got to pull the transmission out just to rebuild the freaking shifter. Like, I should have just, I don't know. You know, old stuff is hard to work on because I'm not really, obviously, one, I'm not familiar with it. So, you know, and two, I don't know who can work on stuff like this, because obviously I can't, because it just seems like you know, I break it all the more. And then if there is somebody that can fix it, well, then they want an arm and a leg for it, and I don't have money for that. So just to get Big Red freaking up and going again for, you know, for another couple of months will cost me about $500. You know, I got to have a little bit extra on the side just in case, you know, it should take a little longer and they want to up my bill some more. You know, but I'm only going to carry so much money with me, and if it's over even my budget, too fucking bad, and then you can get the rest of your money on, you know, in the future months then. I'm not rich, so I never will be. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's frustrating that things can never go right, but I kind of had, something was telling me that was going to happen. Sure enough, it did. So I don't really dare run it without that stud, you know, because the engine may not, the head may not sit right, and then you have a leaky area, you know, or you may just bend something else, all the fucking shit. And at that point, you might as well put a brand new engine in it, not even think about it. So, but I'm not going to put a brand new engine in it either, or even a freaking remand. So I don't know, but there's only so much I can do. So fuck it. For now, I can just stay like that. I'm just going to put everything under the tarp. Of course, I mean, most of it is underneath the tarp now. What is sitting out ain't going to hurt it to sit out in the rain and the snow and the hail and, you know, maybe a fucking tornado while we're at it. So, but, so the only thing I didn't want sitting out in the rain was the head. You know, I don't want the head getting rained on. I don't care if the rad and the shroud and, you know, all those other parts sit in the rain. It ain't going to hurt them. So, but it might hurt the head, you know, because it's still got all the valve springs and stuff on it, and I don't want them getting all full of rust, because then you're talking more stuff to replace. So, if anything, I probably should actually, maybe this winter, take the head and bring it here into the shop. At least here in the shop, then it'll be completely protected. That would be another idea too, just to bring the head into here and then just lay it in the corner and it'll be fine. At least it won't get any rain and snow on it, but I don't know. So, but I don't know. That's what's going on now, but whatever. But I don't know. I guess if you guys have any ideas, the only thing I can think of is drilling it out and putting an easy out in it and trying to back it out with that. I'm sure if you got a big enough one in there, you probably could do it. But I don't know. You probably could drill them out, but then you got to re-thread it again, and that might change the hole. And then what? Then you're gonna have one hole that's bigger than the rest. So how are you gonna find a stud that's slightly bigger, but yet still gonna fit in that block? Then you're talking probably a custom built one. Who the fuck custom builds studs? I don't know of anybody that can do that. So, it's irritating. That's for sure. But what are you gonna do? So. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. I got other things to do, so I just want to let you guys know what was going on. Yeah, broke the stud off. I have to figure out how to get that out now. But it's not my problem for a while. I'm not going to worry about it for a while. I got other fish to fry, and you're not getting anywhere when you take on a million freaking jobs at one time. So let's get Big Red done. Get the CB put on him and get his ball joints changed out, and then we'll see what happens after that, I guess. So, whatever. Anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off, so I guess I have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.